Let's talk about ghosts.
Yeah.
Which we have talked about. It's fantastic. It's going from strength to strength.
Thanks.
It's staying brilliant. I read that you looked... There's real ghosts, imagined ghosts. The real imagined ghosts in the place that it's filmed, right? And that you
apparently it's haunted.
It's haunted already.
Apparently it's haunted, and some people have said that they've seen goings on.
Yeah.
Also, the hotel that we stay in is also haunted.
Right.
And Roger Moore said that he was haunted in that hotel.
Okay.
And I believe him.
And he could now haunt that hotel himself.
Yeah, he could. If he wanted
could
to.
come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my room, please. Yeah, there's a lot of ghosts around.
But have you...
I haven't seen a damn thing. No.
Have you ever done an interview since Ghosts where you haven't been asked if you've ever seen the ghost?
Fuck it, I'm sick of that question. No, it's not that. It's not if I've seen them, it's if I believe in them.
Oh, if you believe in them. Do you believe in them?
So yeah, Ghosts is fun. Charlotte Ritchie's...
You went looking for them.
I did go looking for them.
You didn't find them.
Nothing.
How do you think the real ghosts in the house that Ghosts is filmed in feel about people filming a thing about ghosts? They're sitting back going, this isn't what it's like. Or this is offensive to me as a ghost.
Well, what I think about that is that they've never actually seen the show.
No, but they've seen you.
They've seen us.
Around.
Yeah. So they don't know what's made it in. I've got no idea.
I was glad to see in another interview you said that when you went back for I think series 3, it took you a little while to remember not to look at the people who were ghosts.
Yeah. I just missed my friends, didn't it? I was like, oh, it's you again. Mid-scene. Hi, Jim. Yeah, it takes a while to remember that because it's like 9 months later that we film after finishing. And then I'm like, oh yeah, acting. And then remember, it's hard enough not looking at the camera.
Yeah, it is.
And then I've got 9 people that I'm not allowed to look at as well. Yeah, so it's quite, it takes a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I filmed my thing, Relativity, because I'd written it, what they told me I was doing was I was looking at the next person who was going to talk before they said because I knew exactly what was going to happen. That was bad. That's bad acting.
That is quite bad.
Yeah.
At least you weren't mouthing the lines as they were saying it.
I don't think I was.
Yeah.
I might have been.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
I did a play in Adelaide for Adelaide Fringe in 2019.
Yeah.
It's the worst decision of my professional career. And genuinely. And I was working with someone who was mouthing the words as I was saying them.
And what do you do in that situation? Because that's not like just a day of filming. That's like you're doing that.
Yeah, it was for a month. Yeah.
So did you say anything, or did you just?
No. There was no saving that.
Not allowed to say.
No, she was a writer and a director and the owner of the company.
Oh. That is bad.
It was terrible.
Because I was going to say you could ask the director. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's a whole different story. I was there for a month and it was.
That's a weird choice because, like 2019, you were doing very well. You were in lots of things. Why did you go to Australia?
Jamie Demetriou talks about this all the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, why the fuck did you go to Adelaide? And it was so bad. There was a full-time clown who was part of the company. I'm just giving a moment for people to go like, what's a full-time clown? A full-time clown.
But not in the show, just to entertain you when you were
No, she was part of the, she was like the puppeteer.
Okay, yeah. Right,
yeah.
It sounds great.
What I would say is
something
that
I'd do in my attic.
It was not great.
Okay.
There were so many bad parts, but what I think is the worst part is that the person who was the puppeteer, the full-time clown, was unplugging the Wi-Fi to plug in a lamp so that she could smoke and tap dance outside. Adelaide Fringe.
When I was in Adelaide, I went to the Adelaide Fringe to do comedy. When it was a comedy Fringe, but it was a year off. It was sort of an unofficial comedy thing. We went on a boat trip to Kangaroo Island. Did you go to Kangaroo Island?
No, I didn't. But I think Michael Smiley told me about Kangaroo Island.
And we hired Davy Johns, who's been a guest on before. We probably talked about this. Met this girl who was a clown. I think quite liked her. And
Fulltime?
Yeah.
Part-time bullshit.
He paid her to come on the trip with us, but because he was paying her, she had to come as a clown. So we accompanied her. She was great, and I've met her many times, and she's been over in England. She's called Fred. She's great. But we went on a trip to Kangaroo Island with a clown. It was great. It was one of the best things that's ever happened to me. That and the sunset.
Right.
Those are my
Brilliant.
top two.
Wonderful.
I probably watched the sunset with a clown that day.
Jealous.
Yeah, it's good. So Matt, I think clowns are big in Adelaide, is what I'm saying. I think that's a big part of their culture.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't joke about the
Oh,
clowns.
I wasn't joking.
No. Okay. Do you think we're going to
Wish I was.
Do you think we're going to be able to put any of this interview out?
No, the funhouse bit will stay. Funhouse bit will definitely stay in.
The funhouse. It's going to be funhouse. Me singing the funhouse theme, not the second bit. You coming on, going off.
Yeah.
It's good. I don't mind. It's
13 minutes. That's all you need. Podcast should be 13 minutes.
So you're filming like series 5.
Yeah, we're filming series 5 now.
Fucking incredible. I mean, it's going to go on though. And I was saying to Matt and Jim were on just before Christmas, and I said it could go on for a while, but as the ghosts aren't allowed to get any older, there's going to come a cut-off point, right?
They will just spend longer in makeup.
Yeah, there'll come a point where they can't do it anymore.
Yeah. But look what they did in The Irishman. We'll just do that.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
CGI. What was it? CGI. What's it called? CGI.
Yes. I mean, it's some kind of.
Is
effect.
it CGI?
They make
VFX.
you look,
SFX.
They make you look young.
Fast and Furious. I don't know.
Would you carry on doing it for forever? I mean, I want your character to die and become a ghost. No offense.
What? I can't believe that.
Would you like that? Then you can look at the other actors.
That would be nice. Yeah, finally. I can gaze into Ben Wilbon's eyes. Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, there's a lot of fan fiction about ghosts.
I bet.
And some of it is too sexy.
I know that.
Some of it is filth. These 14-year-olds are writing some crazy shit. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to. There's so many stories to explore. Yeah. But of course, now that there's an American version, and they've already done more episodes than us in the 2 years that they've been running.
It's incredible.
There's a lot of ideas that they're sort of like worried that are treading on toes and things like that.
But it's interesting. I've watched. You haven't watched the American version.
No, I haven't.
have watched the American version.
Right.
The guy who does your part's really good.
Sorry, what?
Really, he's my favourite character in the American version.
I don't understand what you're saying.
He's so good. But I tell you what's interesting is he sort of. There's things I don't like about it. There's a lot of romance between the ghosts, which is not required. And they're also
They be fucking?
No, I think they're heading towards that way. But it also doesn't make sense because they haven't been fucking until now. Now suddenly they're being fixed up.
Oh, because there's people to watch.
Yeah.
Now they want
but I like that. But there's more interaction between the husband and the ghost because he sort of believes in them quicker, I would say. But also, so they play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know how much. I can't remember if some of it's been in the English version. But they play Dungeons and Dragons, and then he becomes pretty friendly with the guy with the arrow through his neck.
Oh,
the American version of that.
Right.
And so, and the wife's more of an intermediary between the ghosts and him. Which in your version, as you say, you're sort of an island. You're isolated.
Yeah.
From this thing.
Well, do you know what? I'm really happy for them, and I'm glad that they're all millionaires.
Because you've got no skin in the game of the creation.
Not a fucking penny. Nothing. These guys are they're on like 70k an episode. They're doing 100 episodes a series.
But then all your co-stars in England, most of them created the show. So if it goes to enough episodes, they're going to start getting...
Yeah, but they keep saying like, "Oh, we've got to split it between 6, so it's bullshit."
It'll still be a lot.
Yeah, that's what I said. But they keep pretending to us that they're getting like £40. But I'm noticing that Simon Farnaby's got a new car. That's not from Paddington. Yeah, but no. Look, I'm happy for them, and people are talking about Ghosts in America, which and it's bringing a lot of people to the British version.
Yeah.
So it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
It's not money, sure, but it's good.